Melissa says I can't speak with a funny voice today. But hopefully you can tell I've had a new haircut. And so has Paul. Now we're just here filling a little time while Melissa gets ready because we're running a little late. But I do want to announce I'm 5 pounds smaller, so I'm still doing well on my diet. Hey, you're not supposed to be ready yet. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So, as Sammy said, dun, 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 here's Melissa. Okay. We'll get better at that.
Oh, brother. All right. So, welcome back to MK Quilts, you guys, for my weekly live feed. Thanks for just allowing the boys some on-camera time while we wait for people to hop on. All right, so we're coming to you on Thursday this week. I know the past few weeks we did Fridays, but tomorrow Paul is heading out on a jet plane. He is flying out to Las Vegas tomorrow, and he and a friend are going to be helping my son-in-law and daughter drive 2 Penske trucks, towing 2 vehicles, and what are they now? 3 live animals? Back from Las Vegas to Orlando. Okay,
We
so
hope most of them make it.
yeah. Oh, geez. I hope Chelsea's not watching. So we appreciate, hey Gail, we appreciate all of you keeping Paul and our friend John and Chelsea and Bob and the pets in your thoughts and prayers over the next few days as they make that long cross-country journey in those trucks and with all of their belongings. Okay, so thank you so much for that. One other thank you. I want to thank those of you who allowed me to indulge a little bit of a write-up about myself last night and my musical journey. And many of you took the opportunity to buy those pre-sales on our Christmas CD that's going to be coming out. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. We just got final dates for recording. So all of that is going to be done in the next few weeks. And then as soon as those CDs are available, we will be shipping them to you. Okay, so I'm excited about that. All right, so events. So I mentioned that Paul and our friend are going to be gone over the next few days. They are going to be getting into town. I need to go and retrieve them from Orlando, bring them back to town, and then I have 1 day turnaround and I am going to be on the road. Okay, so I'm super excited to be heading up to Michigan next week. I'm planning to spend the rest of this coming weekend while Paul is away and the house is quiet to do some just final prep work for my classes for up there. And as I mentioned, I'm changing up my sim classes for the next few events, and I'm breaking them into 2 sessions, and I'm going to be allowing people to have more time to actually get their hands on their simulators and do exercises and practice. And of course we'll have the machine there so that we can take our stuff from our sim and take it right over to the machine and try all of that. So you know, I pretty much have that in my head how I want to do that, but I don't have it all like down in plan, written form. But I'm pretty good about just kind of doing things on the fly with that. I've been doing this simulation now for so long that it's just like it's part of how I roll, so it comes very, very natural to me, and I can just kind of take it in whatever direction I want to take it. All right, so if you are watching from Michigan, I'm really, really excited to see you guys up there. Okay, so after Michigan, I'm heading home to Minnesota, and I thought since we've been talking a little personal business recently, I would just let you know, if you follow me on my personal page, I'm heading to Minnesota to see family and friends. Okay, so my parents and Paul's mom still live in Minnesota, so I'm going to fit in some family time with them, but I'm also going there to see 5 of my high school girlfriends. So if you've seen any of my posts on my personal page, I have 5 girlfriends that we grew up in a small town, right? We've known each other basically our whole lives, and we graduated high school together, and pretty much, now there's been some slacks in there and different things have happened, but pretty much once a year, for this year is 33 years, we have been getting together in the summertime to have what we affectionately call gang weekend. So it's full-on girl time, catch up, adult beverages, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So super excited to be in Minnesota. after I'm done, hanging with the girls, I'm going to be hopping on a plane and heading to Indiana. Okay, so same thing there. Be planning my classes for my Indiana trip. Okay. All of those details are up on the website. I still would have room for 1 or 2 more of you in Michigan if you want to join us. Okay, so that is that. Just a few updates about other things that we've talked about in the past. It's a new month, right? Gosh, time is flying. So those of you who have signed up for the Thread Club, go ahead and get online, pick your colors for the month. If you would do that by the middle of this month, okay, I think we set the 14th of the month, 14th of every month, if you would just get your thread choices in, and then we'll ship them out at the end of the month. And just remember, for those of you who are like, wait, what, Thread Club? I am doing an Omni Thread Club. That is what my machines know and love. And basically what we're doing is a similar club to Superior. It's 3 cones a month, but you get to pick the colors. It's 10% off what you would normally do or pay for those off retail, and then free shipping. Now, because we a lot of times bundle shipping into the price of things on our website, what we're also allowing you to do is pick and purchase any other small handy quilter gadgets, and we'll throw that in the box with your thread at the end of the month and ship it to you. Free shipping. But because shipping is bundled into our items, we will give you a store credit for that. We'll back that out, give you a store credit so that you can use that on something else in the future. Do I have that right, Mr. MK?
Yes, you do.
Yes. Okay. All right. So Thread Club is an ongoing thing, you guys. You can sign up at any time and you can cancel at any time, but it is a subscription for month after month. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the big news that we have for today is that L-shaped corner connected borders with chunking class. I finally finished editing that last night. And you guys, when I'm in my little software editing that I use, I see the little timer, the runner, clicking off in the right-hand side, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is getting long, but I still had stuff I wanted to cover with you. So you guys, I'm just flat out telling you right now, this is kind of a have popcorn and a beverage and be prepared to watch this class for a while. So I just was talking to Mr. MK about it, and actually it's such a large file that we're going to have to break it down just to get it up on the hosting site. So here's what we're planning. I had a dollar figure in my head. I'm not going to say it right now until everything is said and done. But I had a dollar figure in my head for that class. So what we're basically going to do is take that dollar figure, cut it in half, and you got to purchase both of them for that to get the entire class. Okay, that's just going to be how our hosting site is going to be able to handle that large of a file.
Yeah, so I've got some software to try and make the file smaller, but this is a long couple-hour session.
Oh, yeah, it's more than that.
When we wrap it up and things. So you're getting a lot of value with it, but we're going to have to break it up because some people's computers and even USB drives by default don't like anything over 4 gigs in size, and right now the raw format is 12 gigs. So
oh my word.
We're gonna be working.
I think that's large.
So I am gonna excuse myself and go get that video and take it home and lick your tooth right there.
Got something on my tooth?
There you go.
Well, I know it's not my lipstick because my lipstick stays put, right?
So Samson and I are gonna say goodbye.
Thank you, boys. Well, I love you. I love you. Okay, so that's what we got going on with the class. Now, on the very opposite end of the spectrum with classes, of course, you guys know that I monitor the boards all the time. I try to help out where I can, and I saw a question on one of the boards, I think it was the Posse, something about repositioning or cropping with the Pantos. And you know me, I'm like the video girl. Yes, I could sit there and type out, instructions, but I'm like, why don't I just hop on and just screen capture it? Okay, so how I do the end row of a Panto. So I did that this morning for somebody who had a question. I posted it here in the sim group, and what it actually is, you guys, is a very good insight into how I work with pantographs in my classes, okay? So it's a very short snippet video, but it's kind of a precursor to how I teach my Pantos class, okay? So if you're new to the board, if you're new to kind of following me, if you want to try one of my classes, Pantos would be a good one to try. Now, you may feel like, oh, I'm comfortable with Pantos. I know how to do that. And that's wonderful. I'm glad you're comfortable with Pantos. I have slightly different take on the way that I work with Pantos. And so you might learn a thing or two. You might even decide to change up the way that you do Pantos, kind of based on some of the hints and tips and tricks that I have learned over, 10 years of being an owner and using Pro Stitcher. Okay, so just scroll previously in the group this morning. I did that kind of early this morning, and I posted it here in the group, okay? All right, so that is that. That leads me to my discussion on cruise topics. All right, you guys, so we are at the point where we have instructors nailed down. And these instructors that we have, you guys, these are people that we either sought them out, or many of them sought us out. They made proposals, they submitted ideas, they, wanted to be considered for our cruise. So what we did was we looked at who those people were, and we looked at those surveys that you sent to us, also kind of having in mind something that I wanted to have on board. And we took all of that and we have nailed it down for 2019. Okay, so those bios are up. Let me go back and talk a little bit about my friend Keisha. So Keisha is going to be kind of the traditional piecing side of the cruise. So with what Keisha's offering, we are hoping that if you have friends or you belong to groups of quilters or guilds that you can share our information with, if they are just piecers, okay, they just love to sew, they love to quilt, they love to piece traditional type of patterns, then we have something for them. Keisha, in combination with Deb Heatherly and all of her tools and patterns, has amazing stuff that she's going to be showing to you. I just got her information yesterday, so I'm going to have Mr. MK. First of all, he's working on the video. That's his number one deal, okay? But after that, we will get all of Keisha's, her tools that are going to be for sale, pictures of the pattern. She's going to be allowing you to get a bit of a discount if you buy your tools and your kit and all of this bundled all together. You've got to buy that ahead of time anyways. We can't sell those items on the ship. So watch for that. And please, 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 you guys, spread the word about the cruise. We still have spots available. We want to have this be a really awesome thing. And there's still plenty of time for people to get on board. However, if they are going to be wanting like a balcony room, those are, that's all handled by the cruise ship. They only gave us like a certain amount in our block, and those are getting filled up. Okay, so now is the time. Okay, so that is Keisha. Keisha is really our piecing traditional type of instructor. Okay, the next instructor that we booked is Gail Barry Graham. And Gail, it lives up in the north, up yonder, up in Canada, okay? And I am super excited to have Gail on board. When she submitted her ideas and her things that she works on, her expertise, her little sample pictures that she sent me, I was like, oh, this is perfect, because it's different from what Keisha is doing. It's more threadology focused, it's more decorative stitching, it's smaller little projects that she can offer to us. We don't have all of that specifically nailed down, but just know that what she's going to do machine-wise is going to be focusing on our awesome Handy Quilter stitch machines and their capabilities and using them and decorative stitches and all that kind of stuff. But the other thing that is amazing about Gail, and I'm over the moon excited about this, is that she is a Handy Quilter educator. And as such, she has things in her arsenal like Art and Stitch. She has been perfecting skills with Quilt Pro, that new program that, like, I downloaded it and I haven't even had a minute to look at it. She's just got in her arsenal things that Handy Quilter educators have. Okay, so of course we're Handy Quilter. We'll have the Handy Quilter machines on board, and she's got a lot to offer. Now, I didn't give either of my instructors enough prep time today, but I would like to pull them in on one of our next live feeds, maybe one at a time, or maybe they would both agree to do it on the same day, and just pull them in so that, like, you can see their face and they can just talk to you in their words about what they specialize in and what they offer and what they're going to be teaching. Okay, so I'm super, super excited. I'm so excited, though, that what Paul and I sat down on the kitchen table with a big piece of paper the other night, and we're trying to, like, slot it all in, like who's going to do what, when, and our space requirements, and how many machines are we going to need, and all of that. So you guys, we really, really need commitments now. We've put this together. We think we have the people that you want. We just need more people to sign up so that we can concrete things for our instructors, because we don't want to keep them hanging. They've both agreed to be very, very flexible with us, but we want to get so that they can have their offerings. This is what they're going to do, when they're going to do it. Also, that would just take the stress level off me. I just want to know that we've got things planned out, okay? And then, of course, my stuff, I'm going to be weaving my Pro Stitcher stuff in there. Gail and I have already talked about maybe doing things to something together, a couple of offerings where, you know, it's Art and Stitch, Pro Stitcher combo, something or other, okay? All right, so get yourself booked for the cruise. I am over the moon excited. It's August already, and I just can't believe it's going to be here, like, before we absolutely know it. Okay, so that's what I got for you today. Let's, Mr. MK didn't quite scoot out the door. Anything else, honey, that you wanted to talk about?
Nope, no, just if you have any issues, technical or whatever, you know, you can reach out to us. I will probably be online.
Oh, here he comes.
Hi there. I will probably be online while working from the truck, and I might even drop a video to our website or whatever of me on the road, just in case anybody's interested. But
yeah,
Sammy won't be coming along.
Oh gosh, Sammy's gonna be stuck with me.
Oh yes.
So yeah, Paul will be holding down the fort when I'm gone. I'll obviously be holding down the fort when he's gone. And again, we appreciate your thoughts and prayers for their safe travel. Okay, today I'm going to start with McFusion and show you what's on McFusion. Beautiful, kind of like a sliced, oh, what do they call those? One block wonder kind of a quilt. It's for a friend from Quilt Guild. I feel like I've already shown you that. But anyways, I was trying to get it done by yesterday. Didn't quite happen. And so I've got to finish that one up. And what I'm actually planning is to switch that quilt from McFusion over to McFinity. So right now, McFinity is empty, because I'm super excited. I have a person coming to the studio in about 40 minutes to look at bringing McFusion home to live and work with her. So what I wanted to mention really quickly over here on McFinity is my backing attached to my zipper tabs. Okay, so this, again, I haven't really chattered much about my zipper system and the grips and all that, but it's one of the things that I love best about my zippers is basically I can unzip from McFusion. I'm going to put this quilt over here. I've already got my backing for my quilt that I want to put on McFusion so that I can show my new person how to load and all that. I just love the zippers for that. Makes it you can take things on and off really, really quickly. Okay, that's what we got for you this week. Stay tuned for next week. We'll get that cruise information up as soon as we can, and just blast for us, you guys. Blast for us about the cruise so that we can get some more people signed up. All right, from Mr. MK, Samson, and myself, from our studio to yours. Happy quilting. Bye-bye.